Welcome, everybody. My name is Paul Smyers. I'm a practicing real estate agent in the central part of Virginia near Waynesboro. I live right about here on this map. And today I'm going to talk about a very popular house style that's often overlooked by many people. And to some people, it's kind of boring, but actually, if you just hear me out here, it's a very, very solid value house and extremely affordable in most cases because they made so many of them. And that is called the ranch house. And what I'm talking about specifically in particular is the brick ranch house. Now, there are many different kinds of sidings on some of these ranch houses, but they made a particular style. Many of them are on a slab, and another kind that has, like if it's built on a slope, instead of a slab that it's built on, it has like a basement which you go down to, and then it has a rear entrance because the house is on a kind of a slope. So the reason that these homes are very popular is because they are very flexible. They have a lot of variety, and you can say if you don't like the red brick, you can paint them. A very, very low maintenance exterior. There are some other types of surfaces that they put on the outside, which I'll get into here. But they have a very simple construction, and when you own a home and you got to maintain it and take care of it, and maybe you have to replace the roof when you're there and so on, a one level home with a simple roof and the easy construction makes it very easy to manage your property. Instead of having a roof that's very complicated and very tall, you have like a one level house with a simple roof. So these homes, they made a lot of them in the 50s and 60s, and here in Virginia I see them all the time. I love them because the people have done such creative things with them because they're so versatile. Because many of them, for example, you can imagine just a box. Sometimes, let's say 20 by 30 feet, maybe. That's about a real basic house, 600 square feet. That's really small, but they get bigger, and that's the nice thing about them. Because a lot of times, if you have basically a box, which is a 20 by 30 or 20 by 40 or 30 by 40 type of a shape, one end or the other, they often put like a garage or a carport or even a screened in porch, or they do something, maybe they put an extra room there. It's so easy to add on to, you see. Now, the brick ranch house is a little bit more difficult to expand off to the sides because it's a different kind of, walls, a brick and everything. But if you have like basically a vinyl siding type of surface or a typical clapboard or something like that, then if you put an addition on, it's so easy for the builder to put an addition onto one of these homes, especially because a lot of them are on basically level lots or roughly level lots. So if they're situated in a way where you can go either way to the side or you can go out to the back or so on, and sometimes even people later in life they may even go up on a ranch house. But I really prefer the one level house because they're so popular. When you have kids or you have your elderly, someone needs a little bit of help, or they're just handicapped in some way physically, they might come in and you have a nice easy way to get into your house. A typical brick ranch house or ranch house has all the bedrooms on one level, and if they're big enough you might have two bedrooms, and the way it's situated, and typically they often have a large kitchen as well. And because the way that they're very easy to onto, if you want to put a deck on the back all the way length of the whole house, or maybe even a shorter one, or maybe put a nice patio back there. But again, they're versatile, easy maintenance. And I'll go through a couple other things here. Um, there's many types of them. You'll see them. Now, I looked up those images for Brick Ranch House just recently to do this little video, and they give you all these really fancy exotic homes, and I don't know where they get these images, some newer home, but they build a lot of new ranch houses as well, and in that style as well. But a lot of times, the newer construction, honestly, is not necessarily better than the older construction. If you get something from the 50s, 60s, copper piping, good strong walls, easy roof, if they've had updated windows, that's another thing. The home maintenance on a one level house where everything's on one level, when you have to repair something or upgrade a bathroom or whatever, or paint some walls or bring some new furniture in, it's easy in, easy out. If you have to bring a big, huge couch in some awkward angle and squeeze it in and turn it this way and that, there's a lot of complications with a complicated house, because I've seen some where I don't know how they got that furniture in there, but maybe they had to build it right there. But anyway, the value of a home like that, it really holds its value because it's just a perennial type of house. Lots of people like that house. They're easy. They always sell if they're in decent condition. If you have to upgrade a house like that, it's not difficult. If you have to repaint or when you move out, cleaning is a lot easier when everything is just one level, for example. So again, the brick ranch house and ranch houses in general is a really beautiful way to get an entry level type of house where you start something, you want to raise a family, you can expand. Again, they make a great family house because if they have 3 bedrooms and 2 baths, then you can have 2 or 3 children easily there, and then you have a yard. A lot of times a ranch house is also on a nice lot. That's the thing about them in the old days. In the 60s, they weren't down to the quarter lot yet, the quarter acre. A lot of these lots are 2 acres or even 3 acres, and they got a nice little ranch house on it. So I hope you enjoy my content. I watch a lot of other people's content, and I share it on here. I specialize in real property. I'm not an expert in anything I would claim, but I just know my area very well, and I've been talking to people about homes and visited a lot of homes, and I've traveled quite a bit in life and seen how home ownership in general and the way people use their homes varies significantly. And if you come to me and want me to help you sell your house, I'd love to do that. Or if you want to help me scout for a house, I'd love to do that too. I always love matching people with buying and selling. So thanks again for listening, and I hope to see you in some of my other content.